Good morning. Happy Friday. Guess what day it is? It's truck day. Although I did, my mom and I went out to eat with Jesse and Bailey last night. It was really good. It's a place called Bamboo, and they actually have a robot that delivers your food. I was going to take a picture of it. But yeah, so that was fun. We had a lot of laughs, so that was good. But I got a text that usually we're the first truck or drop off, and that's at 4 a.m. But they didn't come till 6, which is kind of disappointing for all of us because we'd rather I'd rather be here at 4 and then get done at noon than I put in an 8-hour day. And then during that time, because we open at 7 now, that you just get to be alone and, just work. I put my headphones in, listen to a podcast, and just work. That's kind of my jam. But it's 6 a.m. Well, it's like 5:45 right now. Still dark outside. I got my coffee. And I'm excited because tonight, I don't know if I said I get to going out to dinner with my girlfriends from the law firm. I think I quit the law firm like 6 years ago now, but we all still get together. And Mary actually lives in Florida. She used to work in the office and then she moved to Florida with her husband. She's a paralegal, but they kept her on, so she just works remote. But she comes into town a lot, and so she's in town. So we're all getting together, and nobody else works there either. Mart just retired. I think she was there like 35, 40 years, something like that. Like crazy. But yeah, and the rest quit. And so, yeah, I always get excited to see those guys. They're a really great group of women to hang out with. Okay, well, maybe you'll see a dance today. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, let's go do truck. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Sun's coming up right over there. It's about 6:45, and I'm back at Walgreens. Yeah, yesterday was a day. Little tea from Walgreens. So first of all, the truck time, we're usually the first one. So it's usually 4 a.m., which I actually like because I like to get in early and then nobody's here. Put my headphones in and just work. But it wasn't coming till 6, so she sent me a text the night before. So okay, slept in till about 4:45, and get here at 6. And then she's like, "Oh, it won't be here till 6:30." So just kind of do stuff, and then we get a message that. So they stop at different stores, this truck, to drop off stuff. And the first store they were supposed to drop it off at, the person wasn't there. And it was the manager. And they tried to get a hold of him. The truck driver sat there for 3 hours because he can't go to the next store because what he has to drop off is at the very front of his truck, or the back, I should say. So he needs to get rid of that before he can go to the next one to drop off the next person's stuff. So they didn't get the person up till almost 7, and the store is supposed to open at 7. And so he had to sit there for that long. And then I guess he got to the store and there were only 2 people, and the store didn't open till after 7, which is a big no-no. And then there was another person there, but that guy, the manager, had to unload the truck by himself because the other person had to be at the register. So leading to how they've cut hours. So when I first came back, my manager's like, "Oh, Tracy, we got all these hours, whatever you want, I can get you in to work." And I'm like, "Oh, great, Well, was it yesterday? Found out that they're cutting hours. Now they're 100 hours over, and same with pharmacy. And listen, pharmacy, I'm in a tier 5, which means, oh, look at the sun, good lighting. which means that we're like the biggest store. A tier 5 is like big on the tiers. Like when I was at Walgreens in Florida, I think they were a tier 3. But I was like, how could they have so many hours and then cut them? And pharmacy cut 80 hours, which is huge because we have a very busy pharmacy. Well, could be that there was an article and that Walgreens owes over $2 billion, that's with the B, $2 billion to the IRS in taxes. Here's the, I'll show you this if you want to go read it. So here you go. So here's the thing, they have done this before. Well, not about the $2 billion in taxes, but they cut people's hours just randomly. So I'm here, well, and then, oh, I forgot to tell you the real tea. Ooh, so much going on. While I was schlepping totes, because, you know, he rolls them down. First we have boxes that come down. I think this was a 650 piece truck. And then we get these really heavy totes. And all of a sudden, my manager gets a phone call. She was there too. And then this other guy, I'm not going to say his name, he was helping too. And he used to be a manager. Now I think he's a shift lead. Anyway, she gets a call, and all of a sudden, everything stops in the middle of the truck. I mean, I'm still schlepping stuff, and I'm like trying to listen. And yeah, he got fired. And he was just gone. She's like, oh, go call this person. You need to call them. And so he left, and he never came back, and he ain't never coming back. So that happened. But what they do is when they want to cut hours, they make their employees cut their hours and use their PTO time. Like our guy who's on the register all the time, he works full time on the register. And I said, oh, you here tomorrow? Because he's usually here on Saturdays. And because I said, oh, I'll see ya. Because my manager asked if I would come in, because the other guy was supposed to come in, but he's gone and fired now, so he ain't coming in. He ain't coming back. And she wants to make sure I just make sure truck gets done, and we put the new tags on. And the register guy said, no, they want me to take off because, you know, of the hours. And then my friend Betsy, who's the makeup lady, she's taking Wednesday off. And here's the thing, they're using their paid time off so that Walgreens can make their quota for cutting all these hours. Make that make sense. And these people need their hours because, first of all, they need to keep their insurance, and second of all, they need to live. I mean, come on, we know what's going on with groceries and rent and stuff like that. I tell you what, I do not like Walgreens, but I love my coworkers, and that is the only reason why I stay here, because we have fun. Time goes by fast. I'm not micromanaged. I kind of do what I want, but here's the deal. I don't think I'm gonna have a job much longer here. I don't think maybe anybody's gonna have a job much longer here. I don't know how you recoup from $2 billion that you owe the IRS. So be prepared for that if you use Walgreens. I don't know. I mean, it's public information. You can go read about it. But I gotta go in. Look at this. This is at Walgreens. It was like $7. But I used to have it around my neck. And you know when I'm carrying a bunch of stuff, it's just nice to be able to put my keys somewhere while I'm carrying stuff. Squirrel! That was random. Oh, and I went to Jesse's. Speaking of Walgreens, all of our Easter stuff is 60% off. And they had these like little squishmallows, and they have like a hook on them that you can hook stuff. And there was like 8 left, and they were only like $2. So I wrote my daughter, and I'm like, hey, do you think that, you know, your kids would like these? I'm going to buy all of them. And she's like, oh, yeah, that would be great. And then she's like, what time do you get off? And I said, oh, about 1 or so. And so I went to her school. That was the first time I got to go to her school. And the kids loved if you don't know, she teaches high-level autism. I mean, the kids have a high level of autism, and but they were so cute. And then so I met all the paras, and then I showed up right in time for recess. So we went outside, and they all had kites, so they were flying these kites, and it was the perfect day because the wind was perfect. And you should have seen this one girl got it, like the string all the way like unraveled, and her kite was flying really high. So that was fun to see. And then it was snack time, so I showed up at the perfect time. And speaking of that, right after I'm done here, I'm going with Jessie to buy her car. We're just gonna buy it, and then I'll get my other car back, my Hyundai. Charlene goes in. I'm dropping her off tomorrow night. She just has to get a little tune-up, and then I want to put new runners on Charlene, and it's supposed to be in the 60s this week, I think. So I'm going to focus on getting Charlene ready to sell. Get that done. The couch should be coming this week in 3 boxes that I have to put together. But Jessie's partner Bailey, she offered. She's so sweet. They're so sweet. Offered to come over and help me put it together. So we'll see. I don't think it should be that hard, but. What else is going on? Oh, and then, you know, with all this happening with Walgreens and stuff, I decided that I think I'm going to focus on YouTube, online stuff like that, mostly. Because like I said, I have a feeling this might not last too long. And, oh, I got those event jobs. And I'm with 3 different companies now. I have 3 events coming up. I'm working for Crest at a Target, and next Saturday. And then the next weekend, I'm working Saturday and Sunday, some events. But there aren't as many because they're mostly on the weekends. So, you know, you can only take one at a time. And not all of them are in my area. A lot of them are in Minnesota, but like I'd have to drive 2 hours, which wouldn't be worth it. But at least that'll be extra money. And yeah, so went to meet with my girlfriends last night from the law firm. That was a lot of fun, much needed. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you stick around. It won't be van life, but it will be life. I don't know, there's a lot coming up. And you know what's happening behind the scenes. If you know, you know. And yeah, so hopefully that'll be able to be filed soon. And yeah, I don't know if I told you too, it's so nice because I was a paralegal for 42 years. And the partner of the law firm that his name is Scott, and he's so great. And they're taking on the case. They usually don't do contingency, but because they know me and because they think it's a great case, that they're going to do it on contingency. So they'll take 30%. But, you know, it can be a long and arduous process. It's not anything that's quick. But based on the principle of it all, there's no going back for me. Anyway, so yeah, so I hope you stick around for the ride. But I gotta get into Walgreens because I got some totes to unbox and tags to put on. And the sun's up, which is good. The sun feels good. On my other channel, I am going to, I've been wanting, can you always think that you're going to have so much time in van life? And not once in 3 years did I do it. But I have a micro needling machine. If you don't know, I'm an esthetician also. And so I'm gonna, I think, microneedle my face tonight. So that would be on my other channel. I'm gonna start to do makeup there. Anyway, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. I feel like Madonna. Vogue. Okay. I like it early when people are just getting up and not many people are out. I like the quiet of it all. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. Go out. Make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You have to sell everything and move into a van. I did that. Now I'm moving out of a van. Oh, squirrel. I was going to ask you guys too. I'm thinking about becoming a travel agent. But you know, it's not like it used to be. You used to like work for an agency, and they have all these licenses because then they get like deals and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've just started looking into it because I thought I'd be like an adventure. I thought I'd be an adventure, like how people put adventures together. You know, because that's what I do. That's my jam. And so let me know if you're a travel agent. Can you reach out to me and just give me some information, like if it would be worth it? Because, you know, if you work for somebody, they take commission. Like you can go with a host agency, but I don't know if that's all worth it, or if it would even be worth it to do that. But first of all, let me know what you think about me becoming a travel agent. And second of all, if you are a travel agent, please reach out to me and kind of give me the scoop, the lowdown, the down low, the sideways, whatever, on being a travel agent. Okay, now I'm gonna let you go. Go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them, and don't you dare forget your magic. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye.